let's go again. Welcome back on this glorious day of Donald J. Trump's inauguration. So from now on, he's again US president. I watched the inauguration earlier today, and then I had to take a nap. And now I was just trying to find a list of executive orders President Trump signed. Internet is a mess. Like most of the websites were either paid or all of that stupid, oh, you have ad blocker, turn it off. I'm like, you know what? No. So that's how I ended up on NBC News. I'm not a fan of NBC News. I think they're really biased and really against Trump. But yeah, let's see. Let's watch this 5-minute video and hopefully we'll find out something. Okay, the video quality will load up soon, hopefully. Let's see. First thing he does is just deleting Biden. Like, nope. Is this all of his executive orders in those 4 years or no? I mean, I didn't hear about anything good Biden did, so. That makes sense. Yeah, no, definitely. Like, just looking what Democrats did once they found out that President Trump's got elected again, that was kind of ridiculous. So I think he's definitely doing the good thing by taking the power away until he gets the full control of what is rightfully his right now. So, yeah, W. He's just the entertainer. Yep, that's probably where Elon comes in. Just make the government efficient again, and yeah, see who's just getting paid there for doing nothing. So I guess that's a good decision as well. His signature is interesting. Yep, definitely another W. Like, I know everyone wants to work from home, but then the quality of service you receive is just ridiculous. And it takes a crazy amount of time to solve any issue because out of nowhere they're not in one office, they have to wait for reply from someone else, even when it's just their supervisor, which is just ridiculous. And yeah, I don't live in the US, but I'm talking from the experience in Canada, which is pretty much the same every time you're dealing with someone who's working from home and it's some governmental position. It's just ridiculous. There's no efficiency in that, and it's not good for the people who actually pay the taxes that pays their salaries, right? So yeah, another good one. Yeah. Yeah, obviously this is more symbolic. It's not like yeah, you guys are gonna do this and this and this like specific things, right? But it's the beginning. It's yeah, it's showing them the way it's gonna go. Like look into that. We need to fix that. So yeah, I like it. So far, I like everything he signed. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I get his argumentation on this. It's really hard to address this. I agree with what he does here for the Americans because the Paris climate change treaty it's kind of ridiculous. Obviously, unless China agrees on something, nothing's gonna change. Like the air over there is so crazy, and they're just polluting the whole world, right? And there is not enough infrastructure for Americans, Canadians, for anyone to even afford the electric cars. So, like, what are we talking about here? Like, again, that China's gonna do whatever China does, and the whole world will suffer. Uh, I know we need to protect climate, but as long as we're not on the same page with China, nothing's really gonna change. And unless your goal is to lower the population of the whole world, because that's gonna happen if people can't afford electric cars and gas cars are banned, right? Uh, People will go bankrupt, starve, all of this shit. Like it's gonna happen. So I think what he did for now is the best option, but he should definitely explore the options how to improve the climate and how to try to prevent the climate change. But it shouldn't be such a radical step that would threaten the lives of the citizens of the US or the people in the world, right? Like I don't know. In the European Union, I read something that by the year 2035 there should be no gas cars or fossil um, how is it fossil fuel cars, and it's like just looking at the prices, unless the price of these electric cars will go like significantly down, I don't know how they want to do it because you're not gonna have pre-owned electric cars by that year. It's still gonna be much expensive than the normal car that goes on gas, right? Diesel, whatever. So yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. So even though I don't agree that he kind of goes against uh, trying to prevent the climate change, I think he does what's best for his people right now. I bet. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you don't see countries like China, Russia, Middle East. Obviously, Middle East is not a country, but I doubt they're in the Paris Treaty. And it's like the countries that produce the most of the gas, right? Most of the pollution. I mean, the China, obviously, most of the pollution. I don't know about the other countries, but yeah, like if they don't agree with it, like what are we doing? They're just gonna up the production or whatever. Like they don't care. So they need to figure out the way how to get them on the same page. Until then, it's like if you do this, the Paris Climate Change Treaty, you're just gonna weaken the rest of the world, and yeah, and eventually the China's gonna prosper even more. And that's my opinion, my uneducated opinion, obviously. W, big W. Do you remember what happened during COVID? How you just mentioned COVID-19 in your video or in your post, and you got banned, censored, or out of nowhere they had like official statement towards it, like, oh, this is like this. Like, just ridiculous, and it didn't change much since then. Like they're not so obvious about it, but you have like shadow bans and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm really glad he's doing this. Obviously, he was always for free speech, and now with Musk on his team, hopefully they're gonna just revoke everything or most of the bullshit that happened during Biden or since 2020, pretty much. We all know what's this about, right? I mean, I wonder if he's gonna do something similar. Obviously, if he does something, it's gonna be the proper investigation and with evidence. But yeah, like he needs to be careful not to end up like Biden in this case. So where's more? What the heck? Is this more? I guess that might be more. Looks like it might be Oval Office. Don't give me commercial or anything like that. Don't do this to me. Okay, let's go, let's go. Damn, look how many he signed on the day one. I think I saw some graph who signed the most executive orders in the first week, and it was Biden, I think, with seven ish, something like that. Well, Trump already signed at least five, six, and now he's going to do more. But yeah, let's see what's this about. My guess, this is going to be very biased, very critical of Trump since it's on NBC. But yeah, let's see. Maybe they will surprise because there's a new sheriff in town, right? So let's see. Okay, January 6th. I didn't pay attention to it as much back then, to be fair. Like, I know it was important to Americans, but honestly, around the world, I didn't really see much about it. And the amount of people that was there, and they're saying that it was violent and everything, who would stop them if really like 1,500 people or even more went to the capital and be really aggressive? Like, I, I don't know. Like, don't know what to think about it. I think they kind of uh, exaggerated. Obviously, like they said, 120 people or how many plead guilty to attacking the police officers, which is definitely not okay. Uh, I'm not gonna make any excuses for them, but we don't know the whole backstory, right? And he said seven or nine people that he's gonna look into their cases a little bit more. So obviously, it's not like a blanket immunity, something like Biden did. No, he put some thoughts in there. And again, it's been 4 years, right? Some of the people were in the prison, and it's not like he's deleting the criminal record or anything, or maybe he is. We don't know, right? But yeah, uh, I don't know. I feel kind of neutral about it. We all knew he's gonna do it. We were 200% sure he's gonna do it after what Biden did at the end of his administration, right, with all the immunities. So it's not really a surprise, and hopefully it's not gonna happen again. But yeah, I feel like they're exaggerating by saying how violent it was and all of that. From what I saw, it was just a protest with some really stupid people who took it too far, and yeah, just again my uneducated opinion, because like I said, I don't know enough about this. Didn't follow it live or anything, so. Okay, so I don't know if they're actually gonna give us the list, or if this is all we're gonna get. Like, oh, they were talking about this. So let's talk about the birthrights. Uh, a lot of people abuse it, right? A lot of people give birth on the plane once you cross above the U.S. soil. Uh, that I don't think is really correct. If you legally immigrated to US and you have a kid there, then obviously I think the kid should have a citizenship. But yeah, like if you just fly to give birth in the US, uh, I don't know. I feel like you should have some permission for that, or uh, yeah, like people are sneaky. So again, I feel like maybe they should regulate it a little bit more, not completely revoke it, but yeah, people are abusing the system. What's new, right? So the cartels and the foreign terrorist organization, I'm kind of confused about the terrorist organization definition. I thought that the terrorist organization has some like political background or religious background, like they have some goal. However, cartel, what's their goal? make money, right? I don't know if it's correct to call them terrorist organization, but at the same time, like if that helps them to get rid of them, whatever, right? Do whatever you need to. Just get rid of the drugs in the US, or obviously you're not going to be able to get rid of it, but just lower it. Like there's so many people addicted, so many people are dying, and let's be honest, this generation and like I don't know, my generation. I was born '89, right? But like this is, I don't want to say we're weak, but we're definitely more prone to addictions. I would say, uh, like starting from I don't know, from sugar, milk products, whatever, and it goes all the way to drugs, right? Even like gaming is, people can develop addictions like gacha games and stuff like that, right? So definitely, if you can lower the amount of drugs in the US, well, obviously it's good, right? But yeah, like you need to work hard towards that. And but you didn't hear anything about it during Biden's administration, right? It was, oh, let's help the drug addicts again. Like let's put a band-aid on it rather than try to solve the cause. So yeah, again, another good one. Like I can't say I disagree with anything he does. Well, as he should, right? Like it's someone from a different country invading your country and pretty much damaging or going against the citizens, like doing something that's not in the interest of U.S. citizens. So there we go. Why shouldn't he use the military? It's a good step. Like yeah, use whatever you can. Yeah, he got the new job today, and he actually showed up for work. What a great guy, right? I know he's a president of the US, but he took it seriously. Yeah. He's like, oh, my first day on the job. I've been trained 4 years ago. I know what to do. Let's fucking do it. And like, how can you not like this? You want him to attend the dinner inauguration, three balls, and do nothing, and then he actually does quite a lot, and people will complain about it. People will still say bad shit about him. Like we'll see how he's gonna do, right? Like I'm telling you, or not me, but like Asmon said, it's gonna be 4 years of constant entertainment. It will. Yeah, he's the freaking entertainer. He's gonna try to change shit. Something good, something bad, but like, look, comparing to the other presidents you guys had, he's trying to get the shit done. And look at this amount of, if all of this is executive orders, even if it's not for just today, but for the whole week, that's crazy, dude. No other president did so much work. Yes, let's see what's next. Look, here we have Elon while someone probably plays his PoE2 account. Just kidding, okay? I mean, he admitted it, but yeah. Someone's leveling his hardcore character. Well, I think lately, not just in the US, but everywhere around the world, it was this mentality like it's my way or highway. Um, Especially in the US, like it was either you're Democrat or Republican, right? And I feel like Trump kind of uh, reintroduce what compromise means, and that's the best for the people. That you need to cooperate with different group of the people, and yeah, just try to find the best solution for the US citizens. And again, like the reason why I'm watching this and why I'm so excited about Trump is that US was always kind of how to say, they always set an example for the rest of the world. And maybe it's not that perceived in Canada, but like in Europe, definitely that's what they look up to, US. So if Trump does the good shit in his office, and the US will start to prosper again, the whole Europe and the rest of the world will follow, right? So eventually it's going to benefit to everyone. Even the tariffs, like, of course it's going to hurt Canada, of course it's going to hurt other countries. But look, for example, Canada, we're selling the oil to the Europe and the other countries. And then we're buying more expensive oil for Canadians. Like, that's ridiculous. And if Trump starts with tariffs, hopefully some Canadian lawmakers and politicians will look into it and be like, hey, we have our own gas, oil, whatever. Why don't we use it for our citizens first and then sell it more expensive to other countries, right? Like every country in the world have some natural heritage or some way to make money. So every country can prosper while their citizens are still doing good. So let's go back to it. Let's not just go for the highest profit and don't care about the citizens. I know it's kind of naive to say, but yeah, I really hope that Trump will set a good example, and other countries will listen to it and try to do their best for their own citizens. Okay, my guess. My guess is that the Trump's gonna sign over 76 executive orders during his first week. I would even say during his first 2 days, just to be better than Biden. Like, if Biden signed 76 executive orders during his whole administration, then Trump will definitely trump it in his first week. Because he wants to be the greatest president. And yeah, if they're good, why not, right? Okay, so here we go. Not really what I expected. I wanted a full list of the executive orders President Trump signed today, but yeah, I think it was better than nothing. They mentioned one thing, that he extended deadline for TikTok. I mean, is it really deadline since they got banned like yesterday? But yeah, he extended it by I think 90 days. So let's see if they will manage to solve it. If the TikTok owners, what is it, Byte something, will sell TikTok or no. I definitely hope after 90 days he's not gonna be like, oh yeah, well, whatever. Something needs to get explained or get solved. I don't know if the reasoning behind banning TikTok is right or no. But yeah, they need to look into it and explain the decision making if nothing gets solved. So yeah, I've yeah, Trump's definitely gonna roll out more executive orders in his first week than Biden during his whole administration. Like he's gonna want to go big, and so far, pretty good. One thing they didn't mention is I think he signed it or he's planning to sign it. It's kind of a they're muddying waters. Someone says he signed it, someone says he just talked about it, that there's going to be only two genders in the US, to recognize genders. And yeah, I have my own opinion about that. I agree with him. uh yeah, so I'm excited about that, and I hope the same way like the world follow the US with being politically correct and having multiple genders. I hope the same way they're gonna follow the US with going back to two genders. But yeah, we'll see. uh, so that's it for today. Very productive day for the Trump. Can't say I disagree with anything he did so far. So yeah, well, let's hope the rest of his term, or at least rest of the weeks, gonna be in the